and welcome. MTDCNC are here live at AMB in Stuttgart. This is a bit exciting, Paul.
It is. I mean, well, it's been a year since EMO, so it's been a year since I think I was last actually in Germany, perhaps.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, this show is fantastic. It's the second biggest show I would go to say in Germany. It must be.
Okay, yeah,
so
of course.
Yeah.
This is my first ever AMB. I've never been to AMB before.
That's right, so, but you've been to lots of EMOs, but you've not been to
Yeah,
AMB.
every single time I've had a child, I've skipped AMB.
You have, yeah. Well, this time, in fact, this time 2 years ago, we were at IMTS. Or were you at IMTS?
No, I didn't make IMTS.
But that's a big shout out to the IMTS guys, because obviously it's not just here that we're live streaming from this week. We're also live streaming from the IMTS show, which unfortunately clashes with this.
I know.
Good planning, bad planning? I don't know.
I don't know. However, right, let me give you a little bit of a heads up. I've got some AMB facts here, but I want to give you a heads up as to what MTDCNC are going to be doing during the week. So we'll be going around lots and lots of stands throughout the next few days, and we'll be producing some content for you, just to give you some of the insights into the latest technology, basically, so you can imagine that you're here with us. That works.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think here, I mean, I don't know how many halls there is. You're probably going to tell me.
Do you want the
10
facts?
halls?
Do you want the facts? Right,
Yeah.
okay. When was the first AMB? Have a guess, Paul.
1954?
No, okay, 1982. We missed that
Okay.
one a little bit.
Only 32 years ago.
Now, 1 year, they had up to 90,000 visitors. That's huge, isn't it?
Wow.
So there's quotes online saying AMB is justifiably one of the 5 most important industry trade fairs worldwide. That's huge.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
and being located just next to the airport in Stuttgart, it's got all of the location and everything. So a lot of people will come and visit this show. I've walked up and down the halls, and I must admit, me personally, I'll go as far as to say I think this is one of my favourite locations in terms of the exhibition. You've got halls to the left, halls to the right, and they've even put deck chairs.
And they've got travelators, so it means you
They've
can
got
get from one hall to the other really easily.
To make
quickly,
it well, so
if
it's
you're
not
lazy.
Yeah, exactly, or hard on our feet. However, they've got deck chairs out the middle, so you can relax in the middle of visiting customers and everything. It's kind of cool. There's a good vibe here.
What is notable this time is the sun isn't shining. In fact, when I was here, because 2 years ago I was at IMTS, but 4 years ago, I remember at the end of the day, you used to be able to go and sit outside. The sun was out. It was about 25
You
degrees.
love the sun.
It's like about 15 here.
You love the sun.
In fact, it's worse than it is at home.
Right, okay.
And you're right. You've got your trainers on.
I've got my
the hard
trainers on.
shoes.
I'm ready to rock and roll, baby. We are in Hall 9, which, as you can see around us, there's some the brands which have got like your bigger machine tools, haven't you? Like each hall is kind of divided up, so you've got like work holding, then you've got tooling, and then you've got.
Well, let's walk
different
this way while
Should
we're
we keep
talking about
walking?
this.
Let's
Yep.
walk and talk, basically.
Yeah.
So it makes the life easier for you when you're coming to visit, basically.
It does, but
Big
I mean,
show.
so much investment goes into this show as well. Similarly, like EMO and other big events, it does sometimes make you think. I mean, when you see like the machines that you got here, the Correa machine, a big gantry machine, the time, the energy, the resource, and the effort that goes into installing something like that here.
How long does it take?
I mean,
Is it like a fortnight?
It'd be like most of these shows. They kind of have probably 3 days to get in and then 2 or 3 days to get out. And if you consider something like this to be putting in here, obviously these guys must see a significant value in it, otherwise they wouldn't do it. But so you've got big machines like this that are cutting, and like you say, in this hall it tends to be your big travelling column machines. You know, we've just seen FPT and Ibarmia and companies like that.
I love the fact that, work kind of stops for the week for a lot of these companies, doesn't it? It kind of stops. Everyone kind of gets lifted from the head office, and then they come out so they can display everything they've got. And it brings industry together. And, I'm walking around, and Tom, you'll know Tom who works there.
Tom who?
He's Tom Scavala. He's actually over in the corner here. But he
Behind
gets
the scenes
so
man today.
excited. He's like, I'm buzzing. But it's an event that can bring everyone together. He's an ex-machinist, and he absolutely loves it. So it's
And I
good
think
to meet people.
What I think is quite
Should we keep
interesting, and
walking?
I mean, you'll obviously be watching this stream now, but like I say, we're live at IMTS as well in about 5 hours' time. You see similar companies, the same technologies, the similar strategies. Everybody's fighting and battling in the same direction.
True, actually.
And a lot of that from industry at the moment is about productivity gains. I mean, it's no secret in England, you know, times have been tough recently.
Yeah.
It's the same in Europe.
I think I was going to say it's the same.
It's the same in Europe. And what happens when industries are a little bit tough is companies look to improve their productivity. They look at, you know, ways of making parts easier, making parts faster, reducing costs.
Yeah.
And sometimes investments do help you reduce costs. So I think when you walk around here, you know, you'll be looking at ways, machinery, inventory, that is going to help you improve your productivity, and that's what's on show.
I think it's about talking to people, because it's about having conversations. The biggest decision makers will be coming here. Engineers will be coming here. There's careers opportunities when you come to events like this. It's about talking to people in industry and talking about, you know, other people. And I think we forget this, that other people have the same problems as you have by coming here. So having that shared vision. You go to a company, say, you know, like Ibarmia or someone like that, don't forget, they've probably experienced the same problems that you have, so why not just get together, talk about solutions and making everything better, increasing that productivity as such, have conversations.
I mean, since we've only been here about half an hour, and I'm sure tomorrow we'll have a lot more to talk about when it comes to the machinery and the equipment that we've seen today. But one of the things that stood out to me already, which I think is important for people to see, is that all these guys are looking at multi-processes. So we've just walked past the FPT stand that I mentioned, and they've got a machine there where you can change the head, where you go from, you know, milling
to grinding,
high-speed milling, to turning, to grinding. All of these kind of disciplines they're trying to make available on one particular machine. And again, that will be the same here for Ibarmia. I know, talking to them, most of their machinery now is aimed at, you know, providing ways to get a part off the machine in one hit, whether it be gear skiving and all of the broaching, or all of these things that can be done.
But Paul, it's not just about the machines. You know, I'm with Motorex tomorrow, and obviously they're a coolant supplier, but I bet I'm not talking as much about the coolant with them. I'm talking about how you can automate your coolant, so you can change, you know, the concentration of the liquid, and automating processes. And we all think that we're doing it the right way, but then we get our eyes opened by seeing it in a different way that could be more efficient. And I know Gio says it a lot. Gio works with us.
He says a lot of things a lot.
He does say a lot. But you know, when he often says you don't know what you don't know. Yeah. And I think that is one of the biggest things.
But he don't know anything. He
don't
know what he don't know because he don't know anything. That is true. No, you shouldn't say that.
No, you can't say that. But it's you don't know what you don't know. So come to an event like this, visit, talk to people and learn. That's essentially what I'm trying to say, because you could be doing things in a better fashion just by seeing what's out there.
You mentioned an important point about automation, and I think that's that's something that's really, I mean, look at that little air camera's got to go and see that over there. I'm not pointing at that gentleman, just beyond that. See
that's cool.
The Solutions Air Balloon. But there's things when...
Isn't that called a blimp?
I don't know.
They're called blimps, aren't they?
But what we talk about a lot as well is automation, automating processes. Everything's aimed towards unmanned running and things like that. So that, again, I mentioned it already, we're streaming from IMTS as well. Throughout the week, you'll be able to see technologies that are on show there and on show here. What I would say is I second your point about the location. This is a really great place to come to.
Good.
All the halls are right next to each other. Yeah. But we're staying about, I think it's about 15 kilometres out, but it took us about an hour and a half to get here in a taxi.
It wasn't that long.
It was about an hour and a half. And if we'd have come on the tram, it would have taken about 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
But we are staying opposite an Indian restaurant, which we went to last night.
I didn't go, did I? No, I didn't go to the... They're all smiling. Did you enjoy the Indian
poppadoms.
Did you?
Yeah, really
Oh, God.
Chutneys and all that.
I'm so glad I didn't go now. How are you feeling today?
All right, yeah, good. Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, lots happening today. Today I'm actually going on to the MyLast stand, so I'm going to learn about their machines that offer, you know, real flexibility in machining. They're sliding head lathes, but they've got turrets and platens on them, lots of flexibility. We'll also be on the DMG Mori stand this afternoon, which I know you'll be on.
I'm with Fast Thames. I'm with Fast Thames this morning as well to learn about their systems. So it's kind of cool. It's really exciting. So what I'm going to say is we've got lots coming up. You know what? I think we're going live each morning around about this time, and I think tomorrow will be even better because we'd have spoken to people, we'd have gained information, got a good vibe. We've literally walked through the front door and we've come here, and already what's kind of cool is you walk down the middle and people are saying hello to you, and we're all chatting with people.
Not to you.
No one knows who Paul Jones is. But no, it's exciting. So come along.
And
to this
what's
event.
good about these
Brilliant.
events as well, what I would also add is that at the end of the day,
Oh, gosh.
one of the things we have in England in our shows is it all stops at 5 o'clock. But here, you'll find most of these booths will have a party. So
The Germans do it right.
There'll be bands. There'll be there'll be pizzas.
Can we
there'll
film
be,
then?
Yeah, well, we did
We
last.
should
I
film
think
then.
it was LNS last time, wasn't it? They had a party on, they had a disco, they had a
Rowan
DJ,
and I were dancing.
and that's what happens here. This place comes alive. So what you see now is a small part of what happens throughout the rest of the day and the week this week.
So you're going to have some fun. Right, okay, we're going to get busy and go on to the stands now, but hopefully we'll see you tomorrow morning for another live, and then we'll fill you in. Will you have a sore head is the question.
I'm not going to the Indian tonight, put it that way.
You never have a sore head, though.
No,
It's always good.
no.
See you tomorrow.
Practice makes perfect.